Thank you, Time Bomb Society, for these questions, and now I'm going to answer them for you. First question you asked.
What is your political standpoint? How do you see that for yourself, and what do you think about the politics that are going on in the world today?
Well, my political standpoint, I, th- I think the United States is basically fucked, and the heads are set in their ways, and um, it's not going to change. The new elect going to change something, but it's not going to change anything for the better. I don't see any promise for any of the people that's uh, in in for getting voted. I don't have very much hope for anybody that's running, and you know, basically they're going to put anybody into office that they decide that they want. It doesn't matter our vote here. Um, our vote is just an illusion of a voice. Our voice really doesn't matter. The electoral voters of our states are going to vote any way that they want, anyway. They're going to put anybody, any of the puppets that they want into office, no matter what. Our little insy bitsy little voice does not matter in our say. So I don't really have a very much of a political standpoint because democracy died a long, long time ago. At least in this country. I don't know how it is elsewhere. This country is supposedly supposed to be free, but it's very far from it. We are headed by warmongers and people who drink oil for breakfast. So let's go on to your question number 2.
What are your favorite documentaries and movies? You can name your top 5, and also tell me why these are your favorite documentaries and movies.
I'll start with my number 5. My number 5 is Thumbsucker. It's a great film. It has Keanu Reeves and Vince Vaughn, and I like both of those actors. But mainly, the story everybody can relate to. Every teenager can relate to of this century. Because most of us here in America are Ritalin babies. If you're just not zombified just like everybody else, then you got to be on Ritalin. And basically, that's what this movie is about. He's not paying attention and everything, and they put him on Ritalin, and he starts in a debate class, and he does really well for a little while, but it's pretty much just speed, and it's kind of the illusion, and turns out all he ever needed was always in his head in the first place. Second movie, let's see. The second movie on my top 5 list of this month, anyway, is it's called Stay. It's fairly old. It's got Ian McGregor in it. He's one of my favorite actors. He's played in a lot of great movies. One of which I'm going to show you. That's in one of my other favorites. Stay is a movie about a suicidal art student in college, and he's obsessed with this other artist, and the storyline will really throw you off until the very end, and then some people still don't get it. It's one of those movies where you really, really have to pay attention. Okay. Ian McGregor, like I said, he also plays in this movie. It is in my number 3 spot. It's one of my favorites, called Trainspotting. And Trainspotting is about 4 heroin addicts, and yet again, I like it because it's down to earth and it shows real world problems. And, you know, there are some people that can relate to it. And, you know, there's parts in it about where people fucking over their friends. There's real good comedy spots in it. And uh, there's some distasteful nudity. But I like distasteful nudity, so, you know. Number 2. Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore. Fahrenheit 9/11 is one of my favorite movies because it shows how our government is completely and totally fucked up, and it shows you know, all the conspiracies surrounding the Two Towers incident. Well, it's not an incident. It was planned, but, you know. It's a great movie for all you conspiracy people out there, anarchists and whatnot. You should definitely watch this movie if you haven't watched it already. Number 1 would have to be Juno. I just recently watched it in theaters, and I fell in love with the movie. It has one kid off Superbad. It's not like all comedy or anything. It's got some funny parts, but it's got a lot of real world problems, and it's about a girl, teen pregnancy, girl 16 years old, got pregnant, but you should all watch it. Third question.
Number 3. If you could kill someone and get away with it 100% clean, would you kill someone, and who would it be? By the way, you can name more than one person.
We all have our little spurts of thought saying to ourselves, I'd really like to wring his fucking neck. I'd like to slide him down a giant razor blade into a bath of alcohol. That'd be awesome. There's been a lot of people I've been extremely angered with, and there's been times where I wanted to kill people, but I'm glad I haven't. And even if I could have gotten away with it, I don't think that I would want to at this point in my life. I really, you know, I think everybody should be as equal as possible, and we shouldn't have to resort to killing each other unless our lives are being threatened.
And number 4 already is if you could be king of the world or king of the universe or what the fuck ever, what would you change to make it better?
I would never ever in a million years want to be the leader of the world or universe at that. Everyone would hate you, and I don't like being hated. However, I do think the world would be better off as an atheistic society with an atheistic leader. I'm not going to get into why, because that would take up too much time, and this video is already going to be pushing 10 minutes or so. Time Bomb Society, thank you very much for the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you to my 58 subscribers now. Keep watching, and yeah. Oh, by the way, Time Bomb Society has a music profile on MySpace. I want you all to check it out. It's called BZA. It's some electronic stuff. I'll post a link and a screenshot up here for you real quick. And y'all go check that out because there's some pretty cool shit on there. So I'll holler at y'all later. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace. How about that? Later.